Hi friends, welcome or welcome back on my channel. Today we talk about social change and individual mindset. Social change and individual mindset are closely related concepts that often interact and influence each other rather than traveling in completely independent directions. Let's delve into details of their relationships. Interdependency. Social change and individual mindset are interconnected because they form a cyclical relationship. Changes in society can influence the way individuals think, and conversely, individual mindset can drive societal changes. For example, the civil rights movement was driven by individuals who held a mindset of equality and justice, and their actions led to significant social changes. Individuals as agents of change. Individual mindset play a crucial role in initiating and driving social change. When a critical mass of individuals adopt new attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors, it can create a ripple effect that leads to broader societal shifts. For instance, increased awareness and concerns about environmental issues among individuals have contributed to the push for sustainable practices and policies on a larger scale. Social norms and values. Individual mindsets are shaped by the prevailing social norms and values of a society. These norms influence how individuals perceive the world around them and guide their behavior. However, as individuals challenge existing norms and adopt new perspectives, they can influence society to evolve and adopt new norms that reflect changing attitudes. Feedback loop. Social change can influence individual mindsets through exposure to new ideas and experiences. As society changes, individuals may reconsider their beliefs and values in light of these changes. Conversely, individual mindset shifts can lead to collective action and drive further social change. The feminist movement, for instance, prompted discussions around gender roles and equality, which then influenced individual perception and social structures. Resistance to change. There can be resistance to both individual mindset changes and broader social changes. Individuals might cling to familiar mindsets due to comfort and fear of the unknown. Similarly, societies may resist change due to existing power dynamics or ingrained traditions. Overcoming resistance often requires a combination of persuasive communication and demonstration of positive outcomes. Innovation and progress. Individual mindset that embrace innovation, diversity, and open-mindedness can foster social progress. As individuals adopt forward-thinking attitudes, they can contribute to the emergence of new ideas, technologies, and approaches that drive positive change in various aspects of society. In summary, social change and individual mindset are intricately connected. Individual mindset contribute to social change by driving shifts in norms, values, and behaviors, while societal change can influence individual mindsets by exposing people to new perspectives. This dynamic relation underscores the role of individuals as both products of their society and agents of the change within it. Social change and individual mindset are closely related and have a reciprocal influence on each other. Let's explore their relationship and how they impact on one another. Influence of individual mindset on social change. Ideas and beliefs. Social change often begins with shifts in individual mindsets. When individuals adopt new ideas, beliefs, and values, they can become advocates for change and influence others around them. Activism and advocacy. Individuals who are passionate about specific issue can become activists and advocates for change. Their actions, driven by their mindset, can inspire collective movements and drive social shifts. For instance, individuals who hold strong beliefs in human rights can work to end discrimination and injustice, thereby catalyzing social change. Innovation and creativity. Individual mindset that embrace innovation and creativity can lead to the development of new technologies, practices, and approaches. These innovations can drive economic, technological, and cultural changes in society. Leadership and role models. Individuals with influential positions or charismatic leadership qualities can shape societal attitudes and behaviors. Their mindset and actions can set examples for others to follow, leading to broader changes in society. Influence of social change on individual mindset. Exposure to diversity. Social changes such as globalization and increased multicultural interactions expose individuals to diverse perspectives and cultures. This exposure can broaden individual mindsets, fostering empathy and understanding for different viewpoints. Shifting norms. When societal norms change, individuals may reevaluate their own beliefs and values. For instance, as society becomes more inclusive of LGBTQ+ rights, individuals may adjust their mindsets to align with these evolving norms. Education and awareness. Social changes often lead to educational efforts and awareness campaigns. As individuals become more informed about various issues, their mindset can shift to align with the new knowledge. Collective identity. When a society undergoes significant changes, individuals might develop a sense of collective identity associated with the new values and norms. This collective identity can influence individual mindsets and foster a sense of belonging to the changing society. Feedback loop. Continuous interaction. The relationship between social change and individual mindset forms a feedback loop. As individuals adopt new mindsets, they contribute to social change. This change, in turn, influences more individuals to adopt similar mindsets, creating a cyclical process of transformation. Positive reinforcement. Successful social changes can reinforce positive mindsets and attitudes. For example, if a society implements policies that support gender equality and these policies lead to positive outcomes, individuals' mindsets can shift to support such policies further. Challenges and resistance. Resistance to change. Some individuals might resist changes in society due to attachment to existing mindsets and values. This resistance can hinder social progress. Conversely, individuals who embrace change may face resistance from traditionalist segments of society. Cognitive dissonance. Individuals might experience cognitive dissonance when societal changes challenge their existing beliefs. This discomfort can lead to efforts to reconcile their mindset with the changing reality. In summary, social change and individual mindset are intertwined and mutually influential. Individual mindset can initiate and drive social change, while societal change can shape and transform individual mindset. This dynamic relationship emphasizes the role of individuals in both responding to and driving changes in their societies. Achieving significant and lasting social change without changing individual mentalities can be challenging and often proves to be unsustainable. This is because social change is fundamentally rooted in the collective beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors of individuals that make up a society. However, it's important to distinguish between short term shifts in behavior and long term systemic change. Short term behavior change. It is possible to observe temporary shift in behavior without a complete overhaul of individual mentalities. External factors such as laws, regulation, incentives, or immediate social pressure can sometimes lead individuals to alter their behavior temporarily. For example, people might follow new regulation during a crisis, but when the external pressure subsides, they might revert to their previous behaviors. Sustainable and lasting change. Achieving sustainable and lasting social change requires a deeper transformation of individuals' mentalities and attitudes. This is because individual mindsets influence long-term behaviors, and without addressing these mindsets, the change is unlikely to persist over time. Changing mentalities involves fostering genuine understanding, empathy, and beliefs in the new value of or norms. For instance, consider the civil rights movement in the United States. While laws were enacted to grant equal rights to all citizens, achieving real change required changing the prevailing racist attitudes and mindset that had been deeply ingrained in society for generations. This involved educational effort, grassroots movement, and advocacy to shift individuals' perspectives. Addressing root causes. Social issues are often deeply rooted in systemic problems that are perpetrated by certain mindsets and attitudes. To address these issues at their core, it's necessary to change the underlying mentalities that sustain these problems. For example, addressing poverty requires changing the mindset that perpetrates economic inequality and viewing poverty through a more empathetic and structural lens. Society as a whole. Society is made up of individuals, and any meaningful change on a societal level is the result of the collective actions and attitudes of these individuals. When a critical mass of individuals changes their mindset and behaviors, it creates a shift in the cultural norms and values of the society, leading to sustainable change. In summary, while short-term behavior change can occur without immediate shift in individuals' mentalities, achieving sustainable and lasting social change typically requires changing these mentalities. Sustainable change is deeply rooted in altering the beliefs, attitudes, and values of individuals within a society. External pressures might prompt temporary adjustments, but for true transformation, efforts should focus on changing the way people think and perceive the world around them. Changing society starting from personal change is a powerful and effective approach. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to initiate societal change by first focusing on personal transformation. Self-reflection and awareness. Begin by examining your own beliefs, values, and biases. Self-awareness is crucial for identifying areas where your mindset might need adjustment. Consider your views on various social issues, diversity, equality, and other topics. Educate yourself. Take the time to learn about different perspectives and the root causes of societal issues. Read books, articles, watch documentaries, and engage with a variety of sources to gain a well-rounded understanding of the issues you want to address. Challenge your assumptions. Actively question your own assumptions and biases. Be open to changing your mind when presented with new information. This willingness to reevaluate your beliefs is essential for personal growth. Empathy and perspective taking. Cultivate empathy by trying to see the world from others' perspectives, understanding the experiences and challenges faced by different groups within society. These can help break down stereotypes and prejudices. Lead by example. Showcase the values and behaviors you want to see in society. Model inclusively kindness, open-mindedness, and respect in your interactions with others. Your actions can inspire those around you to follow suit. Engage in constructive conversations. Engage in respectful and open dialogues with people who hold different viewpoints. Constructive conversations can lead to mutual understanding and create space for change. Advocate and raise awareness. Use your voice to advocate for causes that matters to you. Share information, stories, and facts through social media, conversations, and public platforms. Raise awareness about social issues and encourage others to take action. Support and collaborate. Join or create networks of like-minded individuals who are committed to driving positive change. Collaborate on projects, initiatives, and campaigns that align with your values. Lifelong learning. Continuously seek knowledge and growth. Social issues and perspectives evolve, so staying informed and adaptable is essential for creating a meaningful change. Engage in community action. Participate in community service, volunteering, or activism. Work together with others to address local issues and contribute to positive changes in your immediate environment. Influence your cycles. Effect change within your family, friends, and social circles by initiating conversations, sharing information, and encouraging critical thinking. Your influence can create a ripple effect. Advocate for policy change. Engage in advocating for policy changes at local, regional, or national levels. Support initiatives and policies that promote equality, justice, and the well-being of all members of society. Patience and persistence. Changing society is a long-term endeavor. Progress may not be immediate, but persistence and dedication to your values will contribute to meaningful change over time. Remember that personal change is a foundational step, but for larger societal impact, it's essential to connect with others who share your vision. By creating a collective movement driven by changed individuals, you can contribute to positive and lasting societal transformation. Social change is important and often urgent due to its profound impact on individuals, communities, and societies as a whole. Here are several reasons why social change is crucial and why there is often a sense of urgency. Addressing justice and inequality. Many societies grapple with deep-rooted inequalities and injustice based on factors such as race, gender, socioeconomic status, and more. Social change is necessary to rectify these disparities and create a more just and equitable society. Human rights and dignity. Social change is vital for upholding human rights and ensuring the dignity and well-being of all individuals. Addressing issues such as discrimination, violence, and exploitation requires systemic changes in societal attitudes and structures. Adapting to new challenges. Societies face evolving challenges such as technological advancement, environmental concerns, and changing demographics. Social change allows societies to adapt to these challenges and find sustainable solutions. Promoting positive values. Social change can help promote positive values such as empathy, compassion, tolerance, and cooperation. These values contribute to stronger communities and a more harmonious society. Economic progress. Social changes that encourage education, innovation, and equal opportunities can lead to economic progress. Diverse and inclusive societies tend to be more innovative and resilient. Environmental sustainability. Addressing environmental issues such as climate change and resource depletion requires collective changes in behaviors, consumption patterns, and policies. Cultural evolution. Societal norms, values, and cultures evolves over time. Social change allows societies to adapt to new cultural dynamics and perspective, fostering cultural richness and diversity. Preventing conflict. Injustices and inequalities can lead to social unrest and conflict. Addressing underlying issues through social change can help prevent the escalation of tension and violence. Global connectivity. In an increasingly interconnected world, social changes in one region can have ripple effect globally. Positive changes can inspire and catalyze improvements in other parts of the world. Creating a better future. Social change is about shaping a better future for generations to come. By taking action now, societies can create a positive legacy and leave a lasting impact on the world. Social innovation. Social change encourages the development of new ideas, approaches, and technologies that can lead to improvements in various aspects of society. Responding to health crises. Events like pandemics highlight the need for rapid and adaptive social change to protect public health and ensure the well-being of all individuals. Preserving democracy. Societies benefit from engaged and informed citizens. Social change can involve efforts to protect democratic values, promote civic participation, and ensure equal access to information. Fulfilling human potential. Social change creates an environment where individuals can thrive, pursue their passions, and contribute to their skills and talents to the betterment of society. In many cases, urgency stems from the pressing nature of the issues that require immediate attention, such as addressing emergencies, preventing harm, and reclarifying injustices. By recognizing the importance and urgency of social change, individuals and societies can work together to bring about positive transformations that benefit everyone. Social change can bring about a wide range of advantages and disadvantages, depending on the nature of the change, its context, and how it is implemented. Here is an overview of the potential benefits and drawbacks associated with social change. Advantages of social change. Equality and justice. Social change can lead to greater equality and justice by addressing discriminatory practices and policies. These can result in improved access to opportunities and resources for marginalized groups. Innovation and progress. Change often fosters innovation, encouraging new ideas, technologies, and practices that drive societal progress in various fields, including science, technology, and arts. Cultural enrichment. Social change can lead to recognition and celebration of diverse cultures, promoting cultural exchange and enrichment within societies. Economic growth. Positive changes such as investing in education and infrastructure can lead to economic growth, job creation, and improved living standards. Community engagement. Social change often involves increasing community involvement and civic engagement, strengthening the bonds between individuals and their communities. Human rights and dignity. Change that prioritizes human rights and dignity leads to improved quality of life, freedom from oppression, and enhanced well-being for all individuals. Environmental sustainability. Changes promoting sustainable practices contribute to the preservation of natural resources and the mitigation of environmental degradation. Social cohesion. Addressing social issues and promoting inclusivity can lead to improved social cohesion and a sense of belonging within societies. Empowerment. Social change can empower individuals and communities by giving them a voice, agency, and the ability to shape their own futures. Disadvantages of social change. Resistance and conflict. Change can be met with resistance, leading to conflict and social unrest, particularly when individuals are attached to existing norms and practices. Unintended consequences. Some changes may have unintended negative consequences that emerge over time. For example, technological advancement can lead to job displacement or ethical dilemmas. Cultural erosion. Rapid changes in cultural practices can lead to the erosion of traditional values, identity, and cultural heritage. Economic disruptions. Certain changes, such as shifts in industries or economic systems, can lead to economic disruptions, job loss, and disparities if not managed properly. Social fragmentation. Changes that polarize society or lead to the exclusion of certain groups can result in social fragmentation and divisions. Loss of familiarity. Rapid changes can create a sense of disorientation and loss of familiarity for individuals, leading to feelings of anxiety or alienation. Power struggles. Changes in power dynamics can lead to conflicts over control and influence, potentially causing instability. Mismanagement. Poorly managed changes can result in chaos, uncertainty, and negative consequences for individuals and communities. Loss of identity. Rapid cultural and societal changes can lead to a loss of individuals or group identity, causing a sense of displacement. In essence, social change is complex and multifaceted, and its outcomes depend on various factors, including the intention behind the change, the strategy used, and the receptiveness of society. Effective management of thoughtful consideration of potential advantages and disadvantages are important for achieving positive and sustainable social transformations. The impact of social change is not uniform and can vary depending on the nature of the change, the context, and the specific individuals or groups involved. Different categories of people may experience different outcomes based on their positions, perspectives, and circumstances. Here are some general categories of people that could benefit from social change, as well as those who might face disadvantages. Categories that could benefit: marginalized and oppressed group. Social changes that promote equality and justice benefit marginalized and oppressed groups by reducing discrimination, improving access to resources, and enhancing the overall well-being. These advanced communities. Changes addressing socioeconomic disparities can uplift the disadvantaged communities by providing better opportunities, access to education, healthcare, and improved living conditions. Minorities and underrepresented groups. Social changes that enhance representation and inclusivity can empower minorities and underrepresented groups by giving them a voice in decision-making processes. Future generations, social changes that prioritize sustainability, environmental protection, and responsible resource management benefit future generations by ensuring a healthier planet and a more stable ecosystems. Advocates and activists, individuals and groups who have been advocating of specific changes for causes often benefit from these changes being realized as their efforts yield positive outcomes. Categories that could face disadvantages. Traditionalists, those who strongly identify with and value existing norms, traditions, and practices, might feel marginalized and opposed to changes that challenge or replace these aspects. Economically vulnerable. Rapid changes in industries, job markets, or economic systems can potentially disadvantage individuals with limited skills or resources, leading to job displacement. Power holders and elites. Changes that challenge existing power dynamics or systems might be perceived as threats by those in positions of privilege or authority. Cultural preservationists, people who are concerned about preserving cultural heritage and traditional values, may perceive certain changes as eroding their cultural identity. Short-term impact individuals. Some changes might lead to short-term disruptions, inconveniences, or uncertainties that certain individuals may find challenging to navigate. Individuals resistant to change. People who are resistant to change in general might experience discomfort or resistance to new ways of thinking, behaving, or living. It's important to note that social changes are complex and its effects are not always binary or straightforward. Many individuals and groups fall into overlapping categories, and the outcomes of social change are often nuanced. Effective communication, inclusive of diverse perspectives, and thoughtful implementation are crucial to minimizing potential disadvantages and ensuring that the benefits of social change are widespread. Also, for today, we got to the end. More than wishing you something, this time I invite you to find the time to stop and reflect on what has been said. I urge you to evaluate how important life and living well is for each of us. I ask you to consider what benefits the way we live, the things we give priority and importance to, the perception of truth versus fact as brought to each of our lives. Are we really okay? Don't all the accusation and condemnation we make of others concern us above all? Are we sure we know and understand each other, or are they just guesses that we read as truth because the brain provides us with supportive thoughts? Will keeping this line lead us to well-being, harmony, happiness, or are we increasingly becoming angry with each other, wanting to carry on beliefs without any real foundation? Other questions to ask, insert them yourself. Remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Bye my friends, and see you to the next video.